All right. Welcome back to the Chef Dad. I've got a new recipe to share with you. I've been wanting to make this for a long time, but we're making filet mignon chicken fried steak. This cookbook is called The New Low Country Cooking. I will put it in the description, of course. But yeah, I'm gonna just jump right into this. Chicken fried steak, here's the story that's in the recipe book. Chicken fried steak is not only big in the South, it's a favorite in the Midwest as well. Initially, this technique was created to make use of inexpensive cuts of meat. The meat was tenderized by being pounded into thin steaks, then dipped into an egg/milk mixture, sometimes buttermilk, seasoned flour, and then it was fried like chicken until crispy and brown. I recommend using a good cut of meat like filet mignon. So after you get your good cut of meat, whatever you want to use, then you're going to cook it until medium rare. Serve it as it is or with pan gravy. I'll probably make the pan gravy. And there's a ginger snap gravy in here as well, or any barbecue sauce. Any way you dish it up, it's sure to be good. I'm pretty sure it's going to be fantastic. So let's go ahead and start. I just got some of these right here. Beef loin, tenderloin. Good stuff, nice and marbled. This one's prime. They're thick cut. It does say for the recipe, use 6 6-ounce filet mignon steaks pounded to 1/4 inch thickness. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pound those real quick. First steak up. And in there. All right. So I got that to 1/4 an inch. So I'm going to take this first one out. I'm just going to do the same for the next 3. So we got that done. Now, next step. Evenly sprinkle salt and pepper on both sides of the fillets. I think I put the even amount of salt and pepper on both sides of these. Let's see what's next. All right, so now we are going to stir together mustard and rosemary. So we need 1/4 a cup of Dijon mustard and 2 tablespoons of fresh rosemary leaves, or 1 tablespoon dried chopped. I've got the leaves, so go ahead and get that ready. And then the Dijon mustard that I'll be using is this Grey Poupon one. Every time I smell rosemary, I think of like craft stores. I don't know why. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. Just mixing this up. And let's coat both sides of the steaks with it. This recipe, a little fancy. It says that they're using Japanese panko breadcrumbs, which I don't think I've ever made chicken fried steak like that before. So that's interesting. So what we're going to do is in this pan right here, we're going to take 2 cups of the panko. That one's almost empty. We're going to take 2 cups of this panko here, and we're going to mix it with 1 cup of flour in this. Do that right now. Four large egg whites, lightly beaten. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get that into a bowl. Got the 4 egg whites, so I'm going to get these into the bowl right here, and then I'm going to slightly beat the 4 egg whites. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the steaks, we're going to dip them in the egg whites, and then we're going to dip them in our flour and Japanese panko breadcrumb mixture. Yeah, so let's go ahead and dip the steaks in here. All right, take a look. Check that out. Right? Yeah, look at that. In a large skillet, preferably cast iron, heat the oil over medium heat and then place a steak in the pan. For medium rare, cook the steak for 1 minute, turn and cook the other side for 1 more minute. If you'd like your steak to be more done, increase the cooking time. The amount of oil that we'll be using, and it says 1/2 cup vegetable, corn, or olive oil, 1/2 cup. So I'm going to do 1/2 cup of, I guess, the vegetable oil. Get my 1/2 cup going over here. Got them done. So just to give you a little assortment here, here's one. Whoa, as I almost threw it off the plate. But there's one, and of course I'm gonna cut these open here in a minute. All right, here's the one that our son will be getting tonight. You just kind of get different look. And then here's the first 2 I made. So we've got a lot of food to eat, but yeah, looks amazing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna stack these real quick, and we're gonna make pan gravy. All right, so pan gravy. Meat juices left in the pan, check. 2 tablespoons of corn, vegetable, or olive oil. I'll probably use a little olive oil this time. 2 medium onions chopped. I got 2 medium onions chopped right there. We're going to need 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 3 cups of chicken, veal, or beef, or vegetable stock. Now, you can make those from this book. I was lucky, and I happen to have some leftover of some that we made the other day. So, worked out. Also, I recommend Better Than Bouillon. That's a good one, too. And then salt and freshly ground black pepper to taste. That's it. First thing we're going to do here is we're going to use the meat juices, all right? And then in a large skillet, we're going to heat the oil over medium heat, and then we're going to add the onions and cook stirring until they become translucent, about 5 minutes. All right, so oil, how much do we need? 2 tablespoons. So I'm going to grab that, and let's get to work over here. And just to give you the layout, after we do that, then we're going to whisk in flour, which is going to be 1 cup of flour, and cook, stirring until the flour starts to become light brown, about 3 minutes. Whisk in the stock. This is 3 cups, and then we'll bring to a slow boil. So I'll do all that, and then I'll see you when we get to the slow boil. So we reduce the heat to low and we simmer for 15 minutes, stirring occasionally. Taste and check the seasoning, adding salt and pepper if needed, and store in an airtight container in the refrigerator. This will last up to 10 days. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put some salt and pepper in right now, and then I'm going to go ahead and get some on top of my delicious filet mignon chicken fried steak. Let's plate it up. Let's get that out here. All right, here we go. This is the one I'm cutting. Looks fantastic, right? Whoa. So I throw it off the plate again. I'm crazy like that. There we go. That's what we're looking like. Still nice and hot. So now I'm gonna get a little gravy on there. Get this all mixed up. This gravy is becoming very, very thick. I might need to add a little bit more broth here in a second, but I think we got enough time to get some on here. So let me get some on here. Now that the gravy is on here, it's actually starting to kind of run over the side. So I guess it just needed to be on this chicken fried steak. But yeah, it's a good looking, I would say like a medium it came out. The other one that I did will definitely be medium rare. This one's definitely a medium. The little one, he always gets basically well done. So he might not like it as much. Who knows? But cheers. Let's try this out. Let's cut to the chase here. You get the rosemary, you get the crunch, and then the meat melts in your mouth. Absolutely. Like here's a nice piece. Again, right there, right? But yeah, melts in your mouth. Yeah, the texture from the panko is surprisingly very, very good. Like I thought it was gonna kind of turn out a little weird maybe. No, definitely not. I gotta stop eating because I need to eat with my family. But excellent, everything. The gravy, the filet mignon, chicken fried steak, outstanding. I'm gonna give this one, just because I've had so many steaks different ways, I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10. I'm more of a white pepper gravy fan myself, so I might make some of that. The meat, using the filet mignon or a better piece of cut of meat, definitely a good idea. Definitely a good idea. Because it makes this stuff pop. 8 out of 10. Chicken fried steak, filet mignon. I'll see you on the next one. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna make? I have no idea. Let me know in the comments below if you got some ideas. But I like to cook Southern food. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching The Chef Dad. Peace.